What is up everyone, Max Lin here. In this video, I'm going to be introducing you all to a new type of video that will begin to show up on this channel. This will be that elusive educational video I talked about on this channel in the past, which I am now calling The Think. The purpose of this video is to explain my thought process behind the new videos, as well as to practice making videos that differ from the usual music. Let's start off with the basic layout. The entire frame of the video will be split into two portions, the content panel and the annotation bar. The annotation bar itself has two parts, the think cycle and the source list. I've designed the layout to be intuitive and simple, so those are all the components to these The Think videos. Why did I add this annotation bar? What does it add to the video? Those were questions I asked myself before I proceeded with the design. The major reason why I chose to do this is because of transparency. The annotation bar provides two things while I ramble on to the left, my thought process and my sources. One shows how I formed my thoughts and reached my conclusions, while the other shows where I got my information in the first place. By taking you guys along with me on my intellectual journey, I hope that you guys will gain a better understanding of not just the topic, but also my style and thought process. In addition, this will hopefully allow you guys to trust that I am holding nothing back. It serves as a social failsafe and an intimate connection. Let's dive into the two components of the annotation bar. The think cycle represents my thought process, showing where the content falls into at any point during the video. This is based on my model for how I process concepts. Imagine this. Here's me. Here's the environment I exist in. I take information from the environment as data. Once I've perceived the information, I then process and/or use this information to update this model in my head. The model is how I process the environment around me. I use this model and apply it to make decisions and predictions for myself. I can then observe my decisions and the environment's reactions, going through the cycle all over again. That information uptake stage is what I call the evidence stage. This red arrow represents the movement of information from the environment to me, and will light up whenever I am pulling raw information from sources. I should not be making any judgment calls during this stage, just announcing what information has been used. This arrow will be lit for as long as I am still adding new information. Oh yeah, just as a side note, the colors were completely arbitrary. I didn't intend anything with the color choice. Right, so the stage where I process this information is the analysis stage. Here, I will use and compare my existing model with the new information. This is also where subjectivity comes into play, and my analysis may differ from yours. I respect everyone's thought process, which is why I am using this green arrow to alert you of when this is happening. Whenever I am processing this information using my logic, you can do your own parallel processing, and we can do a cross-verification. You'll have both your thoughts and mine to compare with, so this indicator will be a tool to notify when this is happening. Last but not least, we have the blue arrow of opinion. This is where I take my model and apply it to other situations, either making suggestions or comments about something based in reality. You may have followed my thought process and agreed with it, but then come to completely disagree with the conclusion I make. In order to throw a grain of salt into my discussion, this indicator will show when opinions are being made to discern this from becoming a fact. Now, despite all of this, I am human, so I may miscategorize or fail to capture moments where these are happening. My entire system may be wrong, for all I know. What's important is not the absolute value of what this system says, but the intentions here. With this think cycle, I am attempting to dissect my thought process and form an inclusive conversation with you guys. I am admitting that I may not be right, but I want to share my thought process nonetheless. The source list also helps establish transparency, by not only indicating where I obtained my sources, but also pointing to which piece of information came from where. This will most likely be used whenever the red arrow lights up for evidence, and it will be constantly updating to give a quick description of where the information came from. Of course, I will always list my sources somewhere in the description in case any of you guys would like to verify my work. Now the point of making these new videos is to achieve a few things. The first is solidifying my own understanding. By having to make a video explaining a topic, I'm forcing myself to become at least competent enough in the material to teach others. This way I can know that I am confident with my understanding, and if I ever happen to forget, I can come back and watch it as a reminder. I also want to invite a discussion with these videos. I know that I am not going to be right all the time, so by detailing how I think and came to my conclusions using the given sources, people can then provide helpful feedback on where they agree or disagree with me. Hopefully, this can become a mutual relationship of enrichment and understanding. Alright, that does it. Thank you everyone for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to let me know in the comments section down below. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.